Last time, Isis gave birth to Horus, heir to the throne of Egypt, and the only one who could challenge Set, the god who murdered Osiris. But Set wasn't going to give up the throne without a fight. When Horus came of age, he didn't hesitate. He stood before Set and said, "You know, I know, and my mother knows. This throne isn't yours. It belongs to me. It always has." Set refused. What followed wasn't just a family argument, it sparked a divine courtroom battle among the gods. The council of deities gathered to decide who was the rightful king, Horus or Set. Most gods supported Horus. Isis, of course, was firmly on her son's side, but one voice outweighed them all: Ra, the sun god. Ra believed Horus was too young and inexperienced, while Set was strong, decisive, and had once been a protector of Ra himself. Unable to settle the dispute, the gods turned to a wise and ancient figure, a being so old even they deferred to her. She wasn't just any goddess. Neith was older than the gods themselves, a primordial deity of wisdom and war, said to have woven the world into being. When Neith spoke, even Ra listened. Weeks later, her message arrived: Horus deserves the throne. This decision infuriated Set, and even Ra, who still wasn't convinced. The gods decided to move the trial to a neutral island in the Nile. No followers, no interference. But Isis didn't stay away. Disguised as a beautiful woman, she seduced Set on the island and told him a story. "My husband died, and I had a son. A stranger came and claimed our land as his own. Tell me, who deserves it? My son or the stranger?" Set replied, "Your son, of course." With that, Isis revealed her true form. "So you admit Horus is the rightful king." Set had unknowingly judged himself. Ra, now backed into a corner, proposed one last option: a series of divine contests to prove who truly deserved the throne. The first challenge: both gods would transform into hippos and battle underwater. Whoever surfaced first would lose. As the fight dragged on, Isis grew fearful and tried to help Horus by attacking Set. But her interference caused the contest to be cancelled. Set was enraged. In the second challenge, Set gouged out Horus's eye and left him blinded. Isis found her wounded son and, using her magic, healed his eye, giving birth to the legendary symbol, the Eye of Horus. More contests followed, some noble, some disturbing. One infamous trial involved, let's say, questionable proofs of masculinity. Let's just skip the details. After more than 80 years of battles, challenges, and all kinds of chaos between Horus and Set, the gods were finally ready to declare a winner. And this is where the story splits. First version, the one most commonly told: Horus wins. Simple. He defeats Set. Set is dragged in, bound in chains, totally humiliated. And Horus, in the spirit of noble kingship, forgives him. He becomes king of Egypt, fulfilling his destiny and honoring the legacy of his father Osiris. Clean, epic, cinematic. But wait, hold on. Plot twist. There's another version, one that says after all that mess, all those years of fighting, bleeding, and eyes getting gouged out, they just decided to write a letter. Yeah, they sent a message to the Underworld to ask Osiris, yes, the very same Osiris who got chopped into 14 pieces in episode 2, for his opinion. And Osiris, being the all-knowing, all-wise Lord of the Dead, replied with, "Horus is my son. He gets the throne. Period. End of discussion." So, you're telling me they could have just texted Osiris from the start? 80 years, office fighting, only to end up going, "Hey, Dad, who should be king?" And he goes, "My son." Obviously. Thank you, Osiris. Appreciate the input. Right on time. And with that, Horus finally, officially, takes the throne of Egypt. But just when you think the story ends here, it doesn't. Because from the shadows, far darker, far older, something else begins to rise. A being not driven by revenge or power, but by pure, unstoppable chaos. Apophis, the primordial serpent, the one who even gods fear. And in the next episode, we enter the Age of Darkness. So if you're enjoying this mythological journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the rise of chaos. The battle is far from over.